Hello, everybody.
Hello,
We got everything set up,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great weekend.
Excuse the hand for a second.
Sorry.
Tag and tag. There we go.
Perfect. Oh, you need to
Yes.
tag on the other thing?
No, because that's on YouTube.
Perfect.
So no tagging there.
Okay,
Sorry.
just a little technical stuff. Tonight it's Taco Tuesday. But we're not doing a regular taco, we're doing a taco ring. So this is gonna be fun. But we're going to start our dessert first, and tonight we're going to start with ice cream because the weather's been hot. We're ready for some ice cream, and I'm just dying to try this out. Like I said in one of our other videos, I had the KitchenAid ice cream maker, and this one from Pampered Chef, it just looks so much easier, and it's got a timer on it. You just kind of pour everything in and you're done. But the ice cream is super, super easy to make. Literally, it's 4 or 5 ingredients. It's 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and we added a little bit of pudding, chocolate pudding, and I did the sugar-free because that's usually what I have on hand. And so
There's already enough other sugar going into the ice cream as it is. Why add
Yeah,
extra if you don't
exactly.
necessarily have to have it?
yeah, because
So-
we already added a half cup of sugar. So basically, you just kind of whisk it together so that the sugars melt and blend, and the chocolate blends, and then you put it in the refrigerator to chill it for about 30 minutes. So we've already done that. And then you just turn this power on, and you just press the timer button. It's got a power button, timer button, and I'm gonna do 30 minutes. And this is what I love about this, because I could not do this with my KitchenAid. Is I'm making a mess because I'm holding it too close, but you can just pour it in because it's got a little dispenser thing.
And yeah, so far the little bit of mess is still a far less mess. And of course, you know,
Oh,
first
yeah.
time for everything, you gotta figure out how it works, what it does, how it does, blah blah blah. So, you know, no surprises there. I'm gonna grab the mini.
Mix
Yep.
scraper.
Yep.
Perfect. Ooh. And this, I use the large classic batter bowl. And what's good about this is I mixed everything together in here, and it comes with a top, so I can pop it right in the refrigerator, which is really nice.
I'm gonna use that one, or
Thank you.
you want the smaller one?
This is perfect. So I'm still dumping in here. Got a little bit more left to. I'm not left-handed, so I'm not doing this very well.
Oh, I know. This would have been perfect for me. We should have tried to place it when
Yes, you're the
I'm
left-handed one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's getting in there.
I see we have a couple of folks that have joined us. Let's see, on your side, we have Max Williams and Tyler. Welcome.
Hey!
And Tyler.
Hey guys.
Hope y'all are having a good evening so far.
Yes, yes.
So we're starting with ice cream first. So
Oh, yeah.
you gotta get that going.
And it got to be messy too.
Right.
What's ice cream without being messy? But this. Now, see, cleaned it off.
Right.
Cleaned it off. And normally I would probably be
Lick it.
licking the side,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not going to do that tonight. But we're making chocolate ice cream in the Pampered Chef ice cream maker, which I just got recently, and I've been wanting. So this is exciting. I set the timer for 30 minutes, and that's it. It literally took 5 minutes to mix everything up, just a couple minutes to pour it in there and start. And basically what I would suggest is, if you do get this and use the ice cream maker, is when you finish making the ice cream, it's going to be a soft serve consistency. It's not going to be the typical hard ice cream.
Right.
So what I would suggest is, Pampered Chef has like these little containers, and I've put ice cream in here before, and it actually holds more than it looks. But you can also cook in this in the oven. But it's a set of 2, so you can put them in there, or they've got this new thing, which is actually both are new. And this is perfect. Last week we did the strawberry cheesecake dip. and made it in here. And of course, that didn't last. It was gone in no time. That, I'm telling you, if anybody wants that recipe to let me know. It is absolutely fabulous. It is the strawberry cheesecake dip. And we used graham crackers.
Yes.
And they were so good. But you can use vanilla wafers. I did have some with vanilla wafers. I did have to try that. Or you could put it with like a pound cake or something. But
the neat thing is it actually comes with a portable little freezer unit that or a little
which is in my freezer.
Pack, which, not a bad place for it. I'll grab it.
I keep it in the freezer so that it is ready to go.
But, I mean, about the size of a little sandwich. But it is supposed to help keep things refrigerated or cooled for 4 to 6
hours, even outside. So I made dip in this, a southwestern, not dip, but a southwestern salsa or whatever, and took it somewhere, and I used this, so this was perfect. But also you can use it to store your ice cream in, and you can pop this right in the freezer, so it's perfect. But I've already used this. This will be the third time I've used it, and I've had it a couple
3
weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So this is perfect. And actually this is the 1 quart size, is that what we said?
Yes.
And then it comes in the larger size, if you want to grab that one over there.
Sure will.
On my little shelf. But the other thing that is so cool about the ice cream maker is it comes with this. So you can, if you want to, here's the bigger size. So it's got the bigger cooler in there, and it's very large, so it's perfect for like pasta salads, anything. Perfect picnic stuff. This is absolutely perfect for picnics. But I like the fact that if I wanted to keep it in here, I can just pop this top on, and it's freezer safe, dishwasher safe, and then we can store it. But because we like to make ice cream, I like to put it in a container, put it in the freezer. We can have it there, or I'll put them in like little tiny cups. And so I'll put the little cups in the freezer, and then everybody has like a single serving of ice cream.
You know, we also, Pampered Chef has, also kind of relatively new, is the popsicle maker. So you could actually make ice cream pops if you wanted to.
Yes.
I just thought about that as we were talking about it. I was like, that's actually not a bad idea either, is just to have that little ice cream pop. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm going to set these off to the side if you want to stick them on here. That way we've got some
get these out of the
space.
way, but
because it's time to talk about dinner. Who doesn't love food?
Yes, we got to do dinner, and it's Taco Tuesday. If anybody else loves Lego Movie like I do, and I didn't introduce my hint for the night. I'm so excited. This week we're heading to Disney. If anybody hasn't figured it out yet. I'm super, super excited, and my daughter plays volleyball. They're having a tournament there, and of course we're going to be in Orlando, and of course we have to do Disney. So the family is going to Disney, and we've got extended family going to Disney, so I'm super, super, super excited.
I'm super, super disappointed I won't get to go.
Yes,
I know.
yes, we really wanted to go, and then we could have a show down there.
Right?
But I am taking some of my stuff, so might have to have a little quick little show with the fam.
Actually, funny story, my friend Tyler that's on is probably, 45 minutes or an hour away from Orlando, so it's like, would have been perfect. We could have had someone, I know.
Yeah, stop in.
And I see we've got more folks joining us who hopped in. We've got Catalina, hey, how are you?
Hey, Catalina.
And Trina, hey, how are you?
Hey.
So anyway, welcome to the party.
We're doing in honor of Taco Tuesday. We did, last week we did the pizza, the farmer's market pizza, which was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, we devoured
all
it.
Vegetarian. Oh, that did not last.
No, it sure
did not last because the kids came in, and Dave came in, and everybody just ate it all up. And this is one of my favorite items, is the large white round, because it is literally oven to table, because it's so pretty. I just love it. And actually I'll keep it on display in my dining room because I just love the way it looks. But the taco ring is super easy, and this is kind of the first party that I went to, the Pampered Chef party. This is what we made, and we had so much fun, and the kids absolutely love this. Absolutely. It's like their favorite meal. So I'm going to grab the dough, because we had to keep that in the fridge.
We've already gotten started with the hamburger meat as well. We just turned it down a little while we were getting everything
I forgot
less.
about that.
Oh, did you? So yeah, if you want to check on that. So hamburger meat is going at the moment for the filling. So of course the recipe itself calls for a pound of ground beef. The taco seasoning pack, you can choose your own. You can get the Taco Bell version. You can get what is that? The Market Pantry.
This is the Target brand.
The Target version,
It's cheaper
which is
and
delicious.
it tastes just as good.
A cup of shredded cheddar. We are actually doing, what is it? Pepper Colby Jack.
It's Colby Jack. That's a favorite in the family, so
Right.
you can't go wrong with that.
Cheese. Just realize cheese is delicious.
Yes, cheese.
And add what you want. So of course, as we're making the hamburger meat, we've already gone ahead and put hamburger meat in. Have you already added the seasoning?
No, I was getting
Okay.
ready to. What I was going to say is, with the hamburger meat, to like when you're cooking it, it comes out in the blob, and you can use turkey meat if you want to use turkey meat. But basically, I use the mix and chop, which is my another favorite item, and I just chop it up. So it makes it so much easier, and it cooks so much faster. So I love it. I love it. So
at this point, she's just going to go back to the stove for a minute, add the seasoning mix and the
little bit of
2
water.
tablespoons of water. The other thing that you're going to need for the wrap part of this is actually the croissant dinner rolls, which I can actually go ahead and start opening that.
Okay.
You're going to have to show me how these go on here, but I can at least open the canister for it.
yes. And where's the spray? We're gonna lightly spray this. We just give this a few pumps. I'm trying to stay away from the aerosol stuff because they're just, it's got so many chemicals. Everything's got chemicals in it. So this is literally just canola oil. And you just give it some pump to pump up the pressure and you squirt it. That's it.
Nice and easy.
Yes, nice and easy.
There we go. Those are ready. Also calls for if you want to put other toppings in, like bell pepper, salsa, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, whatever you want for your traditional toppings. For tacos would be the same toppings that you would want to put in for this as well.
And literally all you have to do, and this is a 5-minute process, maybe not even that, or maybe a little bit more than that. You're going to unroll them if you want to start unrolling those. And you break them up into the croissant pieces and you just make a circle around the dish. And we're using 2 here. Hopefully it's not loud, but we're going to try to talk over the ice cream. Oop, I didn't break that up very well. So just lay this around. How many do you have?
I have 2.
Yeah, we can squeeze them together or pull them out a little bit. But it's a fun thing to make with the kids, because you can add anything that you want to it. And so once you've got it spread out, and actually if you'll squish them inward a little bit while I finish stirring this. And once you add the taco seasoning mix, and give it a good stir, you'll add cheese, about a cup of cheese.
And just to show you all the rings so that you can see it a little better. Hopefully you can see what we've done just as we're laying it out. Make a semicircle as best as you can.
Yep. And I'm showing you the cheese because we already grated up some cheese, and this is the quick prep food grater, which I love. But
which we've been putting it through its paces here lately too.
yes.
Is that good, or do I need to?
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. Okay. Not exactly a perfect circle, but
No, it does not have to be. That's the easy thing. Oop, I think I pushed this in too quickly. But basically, you've got your cheese, and it also has a measuring cup, so you can see how much you're making or whatever. So my kids like a lot of cheese in the
we all like a lot of cheese. Let's be
Yes.
real.
in with the hamburger meat, if I can get it out. So you just kind of cook it and melt the cheese in with the meat. And this will take just a minute. I hate to talk with my back like that.
Well, and I'm going to say hello to some folks that joined us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi, Pammy and Zach and Ed. Welcome to Ed Farland joined us.
Oh, hello.
How are you? Welcome to the kitchen again.
Yes.
I mean, the ice cream is already starting to look really good. That's filling up nicely.
Yes, very good.
So for the folks that are just joining us, we are doing the taco ring from Pampered Chef, and we've got ice cream going too. So if you hear a little bit of noise, forgive us with the ice cream maker. It is actually pretty quiet though.
Yeah, it's not loud, but it might. Oh, that's looking so good.
I know. I'm like, man, can I get a spoon real quick? Just enjoy that right now.
Yeah. And it comes out soft serve, and then like we told people earlier, you just pop it in the freezer and it'll come out. I like mine soft serve better. I usually like it a little bit melted more than the solid ice cream, but you can make it more solid, put it on some cones or put it in a bowl.
Exactly.
And it's such a fun summer thing.
Right.
And if you watched one of our videos several weeks ago, we used the stone. It was the rock stone, and we pretended we were slabbing it up. Isn't that what you said?
Yep, that's exactly
we were slabbing it up. We were like marble slab, and we were mixing some ice cream with some good tasty toppings. It just had a fun time.
Great time with that. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Something else that we decided. Even though you can actually use this to cut up lettuce, we had actually gotten the crinkle cutter, and Jen had gotten that. So one of the things that we were just going to show real quick is how quick and easy that is to use too.
And Chris
I was like,
came up with this one.
Shouldn't that work really good with lettuce? I mean,
Yeah.
something. So I'll go ahead and take that part and just the other part of the head of the lettuce.
And it's just basically shredding it up. So I thought, you know what, that's brilliant.
So, if you like a little bit longer slices of it, it ends up working out great. I mean, that's something.
Or you can
I'll steal a little section real fast.
Okay.
Just so that you can kind of see. I mean, that's something as the lettuce is coming apart. I mean, those are pretty good size bites. I realize I'm at a distance, but you get the point.
And you can shred it up just as much. Like we have some that we shredded and they're pretty shredded.
Earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was a great idea because like a lot of people do the French fries with it, or like sweet potato fries. What else? I've seen. I can't even think of the other stuff that I've seen. But vegetables. People do kind of fancy vegetables. If you're going to a party or something, you might want to crinkle it up and make it kind of fancy. So it works perfectly for this.
Exactly.
Of course, my bowl's too small.
Well, it's too small
fit
now
everything in there, but y'all get the gist.
Well, and we had a bigger bowl, and I was like, no, we don't need the bigger bowl. And then I wasn't really thinking about us cutting up more, but I mean, that was my fault. I take credit for that mistake.
Okay, so here, this is the easy part. Is basically you just take the meat and you just, of course, you see the cheese. And you just pile it in here, and you can pile it up high. Dave doesn't eat a whole lot of meat, so I usually put like a few that have just a little bit of meat in there, so he can enjoy it as well. And then we basically just made some toppings like onions. Oh, and we'll show you the chopper. We've got some more cheese because my kids love cheese, so especially Ethan, he puts additional cheese on top of it as if it didn't have enough cheese.
He wants food with his cheese.
He wants food with his cheese. And
can't say I blame him. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I love cheese.
Yes. But we've got some salsa and tomatoes from my garden. I'm so excited. I have put protection around them because the squirrels they devoured all my tomatoes last year, and It drove me
Nice.
crazy. So I have to protect them, and a couple of them I still have to protect. I haven't finished them yet. So yeah, that was a little frustrating because I love tomatoes. That was a favorite. I didn't like them until I grew up. I didn't like them growing up.
It's funny because when I think about tomatoes, I actually think about my great-grandparents. They always had fresh tomatoes. I don't know how many vines they would grow. They would be as tall as I am now. And I mean,
Oh,
Nana would pick them,
Yes.
just daily. There would always be a fresh tomato. Papa's favorite lunch was always just a tomato sandwich with a little bit of salt. I mean,
Yeah.
very simple man. It cracks me up to think about, these old memories of, things like
The
that.
good
but
memories, and I love.
Exactly.
And every time I smell a tomato, that's what.
That's what you. I know.
grandparents.
Yeah.
And then all you do is you flip them over and kind of tuck them in a little bit.
Oops.
A little stick. Just tuck it on in there. And you can add as little meat as you want, or a lot of meat if you want. But this makes a great appetizer, or a meal. We've got some black beans that I made in a quick cooker, and, it can be like just a whole,
Can be a meal and
Yes.
put
I can't even get out the
a
words.
topping for it or whatever.
So,
Making a little egg wash.
a little egg wash,
Okay.
real
Nice.
quick. Sorry. Wash my hands real quick, guys. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog scratching
I know,
on the
it's
door.
like-
He smells some good food. He knows when this stuff is good. So basically, just doing a little egg wash. If you want to do that,
Yeah,
I'm
do that.
going to get some tin foil. And I like to cover mine with tin foil because otherwise it might burn a little bit. What you want is toasted. But I just kind of drape it over the top. And it takes, I think, about 20 minutes. Let's see, what does it say?
It's on the back side.
On the back. Yeah, bake 20 to 25 minutes. So it doesn't take very long. And really, it doesn't take, you can be cutting up your onions and getting out your salsa, getting out your green peppers if you want that, any of your toppings while everything is cooking. So it kind of makes it nice to just have the extra time. Is that one?
Yeah, that was the,
Okay.
one of the first one.
Oh.
Go back.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I'm watching.
Okay.
So I just put that on top just so it,
Give us a little extra.
yeah,
Little extra
You'll
protection.
open that.
I sure will.
microwave, not the microwave.
Yeah, nope, not going in the mic.
Yes. Pop it in here. We preheated this.
Yep, preheat the oven to 375 before putting that in.
And then we'll set the timer
How long
for,
did we say?
we'll do 20 minutes just to start with, because usually my oven does it pretty quickly.
Yeah, oven, it says just to bake in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So, I mean, that's something, just to kind of gauge your oven for yourself and see what works for you. I'm looking at that ice cream and I'm almost thinking that might be done. I know that's like, that looks like
getting
heaven
there.
in a bowl.
Yes, it's getting there. And we started with our onions, and I was going to finish them up and then maybe cut up some of our little tomatoes. But I'm just chopping these up with the food chopper. Bam, it's done. And that's super quick and easy. And you can use the cutting mat if that's easier, if you've got like bigger things that you want to cut. But I like using the little tray because it just makes it nice and easy. But we've got our sour cream, and we can pop these in the fridge if we need to because they've each got these little tops that we can put on them. But it'll be done sooner than we need to even pop those in there.
Exactly.
But let's see, I was going to chop up a couple of my fresh tomatoes. Wait, there was a big one in here, or a bigger one. So so super excited
Right?
that those squirrels did not get it. In Forest Acres, there are a ton of
Oh my
trees.
gosh. Yes.
So
and
with
the
the ton of
squirrels
trees, yes.
are out like crazy.
So I just am going to quarter these.
Now, if you've seen in our previous
Or you can
videos,
quarter them.
you know, ate them.
Ate them, yeah, and my
Um,
fingers are, they're too small. I'm afraid I'm going to cut my finger. I gotta be careful.
But, you know, in our previous videos, we've actually used a great tool, and this go around, since we're cutting them up a little bit smaller, the slicer, just to slice it right down the middle.
Yeah, and those are for like the bigger tomatoes. They're
right.
perfect for like hamburger, making
Right.
onions, cutting the onions, and tomatoes for hamburgers. Perfect slices.
What is the round thing? I cannot think about it. We use it to...
Manual food processor?
Yes.
Yes. So we could have done that.
Yeah. Just to cut them in half, it wouldn't necessarily work for quartering them up, but, even just to shave down a little bit of the time, that's...
Well, yeah, and we could have made homemade salsa. I didn't even think about that.
Well,
Did not think about that. Cause
we've got enough other fun homemade stuff going on today,
Yes.
so I think we'll let you slide
It's
on.
cut into like butter. I love it. This literally cuts like butter. This is their chef's knife, which is fabulous. Peppers. I know you want some of this food, but you can't have any peppers. Sorry. So we're just basically just kind of killing time while our food is cooking and our
ice cream
is
churning.
Yeah, it's churning. So it's looking really good. It's got about 5 more minutes on that. 15 more minutes. And actually, at this point, if we weren't even doing this, I would have all this cleaned up. I'd have everything ready and on the table in the time that we're putting everything in the oven.
Well, and it's funny because a lot of times, we're realizing, hey, we could actually just, if we were doing this quick and easy, it wouldn't take half the time that it takes. Now, we just get so caught up talking and having fun that it slows us down. But, this go around, that's trying to escape.
This one doesn't want to get cut. There we go.
There we go. But,
oh gosh, it smells so good. Fresh tomatoes.
Like Jen was just saying, though, these end up coming out great to, if you're prepping in advance. It's easy, ready to go. Like she said, it's great to be able to clean up around the kitchen midway through.
Yep, get the kids involved. The whole premise of why this is so good is healthy choices. You've got more time for your family because literally putting that together takes no time. I can whip it together and it takes a little bit longer to, cook the ground beef or the ground turkey, whatever you're cooking. But other than that, it really doesn't take that long to make. And you pop it in the oven. You can go unwind with some wine.
Right. Or just go unwind.
Unwind. See, there you go. So it's just it makes things so much easier. But also, we forgot to remind people to like and to share.
And subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, and subscribe on YouTube. Just for anybody that wants to know. And if you want to know, there's lots of summer products and summer fun stuff and great recipes. If you want a recipe for anything, let me know, because we made a zucchini and bruschetta. Yeah, I can't pronounce it very well.
Bruschetta.
And we substituted half of the spaghetti noodles with zucchini noodles, which were so good. Or the summertime spaghetti, remember that?
Yes, that was delicious.
It had such a nice little sauce. It wasn't like a thick sauce or anything. It was a nice, like a lemon.
It had a zing
parsley.
to it.
Yeah, lemon, parsley, and something else.
I know. I was like,
oh my gosh. I should know this, but I've only made it a couple times so far, but it is really, really good. And it's got tomatoes in it, and I think we added some zucchini to it, because I love zucchini.
Yep.
And broccoli. It had broccoli in it.
And
chicken. It wasn't a marinara type of spaghetti.
Yeah.
It was a fresh Kind of just a fresh taste of
yeah.
spaghetti.
I would almost even
Oh.
argue to say that it wasn't even like a sauce version of spaghetti. I mean, it's just
It wasn't thick.
It was not your traditional heavy spaghetti. This was definitely a lot lighter, a lot airier.
A springtime spaghetti.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
summertime.
Summertime
See?
right.
Not even saying it right. But this has got just under 2 minutes. How exciting is this?
And let me tell you, so this straight up looks like a Frosty out of Wendy's.
Yes, and it will taste like
I'm
a
sitting
Frosty
here
out of Wendy's.
looking at it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure we just discovered what Wendy's secret is, because when you you got the spoons out.
Gotta have a taste
I know,
test.
yes, of
I
course.
mean, what do you do when you're waiting for dinner
Right.
to make?
Yeah, you snack a
You
little.
have to have
and
a little taste test. We can't recommend it if we haven't
Right.
tasted it.
exactly.
Although we have made it before and it's really good.
It is delicious,
really
yes.
good. We've got just about a minute. Any questions? Do we have questions?
Yeah, do we have questions, Facebook fam
Yes.
and friends?
What's everybody doing for summer?
I know.
I mean, it's summertime. I know kids are going to camps and what else? Vacation. Everybody's going on vacation. Just having a good time, you know. We're going on vacation.
We see that y'all are on here, so tell us what's going on.
Yes.
Anyway,
Ooh, it's looking
oh,
good.
I know. That looks so
30 seconds left, guys.
That's
And
probably the
gals.
most teasing they've ever done is telling
know.
me there's 30 seconds left and I'm looking at it. You know, that's just like the watch pot that never boils. Yeah, this is the ice cream pot that's never done churning, and I'm like, come on, 30 seconds needs to hurry up.
I know it is stacked up to here. So it is nice and full with some ice cream. So, and you can see the outside. And then you can always get like an extra. I'm thinking about getting like an extra bowl, and then that way I can have one. Oh,
And
see?
we're done.
It is done. So you just turn the power off, and it is a quick little lift of the top. And look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Look how creamy that is.
I know. Get out of my way. I'm ready.
Oh my gosh.
Like, hold on.
I'm
There
telling
we go.
y'all, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely using the Jell-O. Great addition to that because that is super, super yummy.
We won't dump that.
I see people are making comments. Hold on,
Uh-oh.
I'll scoot in. What kind of ice cream is that? So, this is actually a, we did a vanilla ice cream, but then we added a chocolate,
We
here's
added,
the chocolate pudding, or the,
sugar-free. This is what we added. The sugar-free Jell-O. And all it is heavy whipping cream, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of milk. And now the recipe calls for whole milk. I use 2%. I'm not going to buy whole milk just for this. And that cuts a little bit of the fat. You could use skim milk, I'm sure. I haven't tried it with skim milk, but you could use it with, I'm sure, less. It might thin it out a little bit more. 1/2 cup of sugar. And then 2 teaspoons or 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I love vanilla, so I think I did 1.5. And then we did the full box, but you don't have to do a full box. We just wanted a little bit more chocolatey. All you do is whip it up just for about a minute, put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes so that the stuff can chill, and then you pop it in this, the Pampered Chef ice cream maker.
I'm blocking the view of.
Yes.
There, is that a little better?
And we
for
just
them?
put it in here, the batter bowl, because it made it easy to pour. You could put it in your measuring cup. This is essentially a measuring cup. And put it in there and just start your timer and you've got ice cream. So let me, trying to avoid losing any ice cream here. Show everybody.
Yeah, come around.
How, am I high enough? There we go. Oh my word, this ice cream is phenomenal. It is so good. And by adding instead of adding chocolate sauce, which has sugar in it, we added the Jell-O instant sugar-free, which cuts a little bit of those calories. And like I mentioned earlier, if I wanted to, I could pop the top on like this. and throw it in the freezer, and then I've got my ice cream ready to store. Or I can put it in the other container, which is what I'll do because I like to clean it out, and I keep it in the freezer. So I clean it out, and then I'll put it in the container, and then put it back in the freezer. If I can say, I keep wanting to say refrigerator, not the refrigerator, the freezer. So.
Ed asked a good question, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'll ask it anyway. Can you grate some fruit and use it in there as well?
I was gonna try
Strawberries?
I was gonna try a banana, but we didn't have any bananas, and I know I don't have any strawberries. I'm not buying anything this week because we're gonna be traveling.
So Disney ears, Mickey Mouse ears
I'm
rather. Not
ready
Disney
for
ears,
Disney, so I'm not trying to buy any groceries because I don't want it to go bad. So I will try it when I get back. I promise.
I would think.
What's a fruit? Give us a fruit and we'll try it, and we'll see how it goes.
We'll put it in our next video.
If you've got a specific fruit, let me know, or a couple of them. I'll get some and we will try it out and see how they turn out. And I'll try the different blades because it does come with 3 blades. One is more of like the shredded, like this. Actually, that's kind of shredded. I don't know what the names are. One is like more of a slicer, one's a shredder, and one's a fine shredder. I think that's what it is. And I gotta put this. You know what? This isn't gonna last.
Yeah, you might as well just put.
I'm gonna put the lid on
silicone
here
cover
because
on it.
this is not going to last tonight. Because we've got to eat it up before we go on our
Excuse me
trip.
for cutting back around, but actually, y'all should take a minute and go and look up recipes from Pampered Chef, and if you've got a recipe that you want us to try,
Oh yes.
I have no problems with us trying something different. I mean, these are just a few of our favorites that we've encountered so far, and of course, we plan on continuing this video series for as long as we can, and so forever. As long as the internet works.
Yeah, as long as we have internet, we're
and
good.
we're able to record it. We are more than happy to continue.
And I will say, I said it last week, and I promise I'm good with this. If anybody's in the Forest Acres area and they want to come by, we usually do this on Tuesday. Send us a message. If you want to come by and taste the food, have some dinner with us, please come by. Come on down. I'm serious. The more the merrier. I mean, we make plenty of food. And so it's fun to get, other people's opinion about how they like the products, or not the products, the recipes, and see if they like it. So, hey, have a little block party.
Right.
We've already talked about around July 4th what we're going to do.
Strawberries, bananas, and blueberries. Blueberries would be the other question. Now, I don't think you can do blueberries in this. However,
that would be difficult because they're so small.
Right. But I'm sure if you were able to... would the manual food processor work for that? Or not the food?
Yeah, actually, if you want to grind the fruit up, the manual food processor is probably your best bet to get it, because you can make a smoothie.
Right.
You can definitely. Oh, look, I'm
losing
losing a chunk.
Hold on,
You can't lose anything.
No ice cream left behind.
No.
We talked about this. No yumminess left behind.
So here we've got our nice little container. And
but yeah, I'm totally down for trying other ice creams. I also wonder how
you can make sorbets with them too.
I was just about to
Yes.
say, because like a lemon sorbet would be just delicious.
Or
in
blueberry.
My book.
You mentioned the blueberry.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Dave loves blueberries, as they're all over the house because he.
Yeah, I discovered 3 bowls of them while I was here, and we were trying to figure. I was like, why are there so many blueberries? And
he keeps them in the freezer, and then he gets them out. And sometimes he forgets that he's gotten them out, or is saving them for later or whatever, because he has them every day, I think. So we're gonna pop this in the freezer. We've got about 4 more minutes. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry. Popping that in the freezer there. You can take whatever out that's not going to fit in there. So I'm going to check on this. Usually I take the top off. Ooh, sticking. I forget that it sticks sometimes. Hold up. Pardon.
Here, I'll block the oven. No, we were just running into, if you put the foil on, don't press it down on there too much because it will try and stick. So,
or spray it.
Spray it, and then you don't have to run into any issues with that either. But
And
like she was saying, towards the end, go ahead and peel off that foil just so that it can come to a nice golden brown.
Yes. So it's got about 3 more minutes, and it'll get golden brown, and I only had to sacrifice a little bit of the top.
Right. Stuck
to it, but I did burn my finger a little bit. That's okay. But what else? Gosh, this was so easy, and basically just easy cleanup.
Right.
And I mean, really, just it was so easy tonight.
I know we were actually making popcorn earlier just as we were coming together, and of course Jen decided to get herself the bigger version. I have a little bit smaller one of the popcorn bowl, and so of course we were munching away. As you can see, there's hardly any left. So that was definitely on me. I'm not even gonna play.
I did have some, and it was good, and I love that bowl.
So yeah, we played with my popcorn maker, and of course I had the smaller one, and she's like, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and go ahead and get one for myself.
Yeah.
So.
Because the kids, they love popcorn. They eat it all the time.
Well, and like we were talking about, it's a healthier way instead of having the bad products that are in it. There are some very actually unfortunate products that are used in making the glue for the popcorn bags that that does seep into it, and it's
I can tell a difference eating
the
fresh popcorn versus the bagged popcorn. Now, of course, Mackenzie loves her bagged popcorn, and I told her, I said, I'm not buying that anymore. But the good thing is that it doesn't have those chemicals, because there's so many chemicals, and you can taste them now.
Yeah.
I can taste them.
It's weird because I had a stash of popcorn bags, and I was like, I don't necessarily think I want to deal with, having to clean out. Not that cleaning out the silicone bowl is that difficult, but I was like, I tried it, and I was like, I don't even think I'm going to save the rest of these bags, because it's like you can taste it. It's like it just ends up having this, for lack of better words, a tarry texture without, from the bagged popcorn, and I was like, that is just so weird. Definitely have been pleased. It definitely gets closer to that movie theater feel. The butter is not the same, but when you're talking about your favorite popcorn, movie theater popcorn, they do the same thing. They get a bag of kernels, they scoop it into the thing, they add their salt and their butter, and pop it away, and then it's done. And so it's like we're trying to make a life of convenience, and bagged popcorn was just one of those things I'm glad that I got away from, because I'm not missing it. And I will take the 2 extra seconds to rinse out the silicone bowl, and it cleans super easy, which is great.
Yeah.
I don't usually use butter when I make it. I just do it, and, I stick it in there. But we've been doing butter the last 2 times, so I'm like, I might need to start using butter.
I like it. Some sea salt or the coarse salt on there is really good.
Yep.
It's got a couple more minutes. I added a couple minutes to help brown it, but our spread is ready, and so you can actually put this little dish right in the middle, and you can have your salsa or whatever you want in the middle of your beautiful little taco ring whenever we're done. Let me grab the
I'm going to set this out of the way.
Yes. And those suckers will stick.
So they
don't, that thing does not move when you've got it on the countertop, which is great, because then it's not sliding all over the place when you're trying to grate up your cheeses or your cabbage or your purple cabbage or your lettuce or whatever. So,
my spoon for my ice cream. Let me put that in the sink.
Let's see what this is looking like.
Y'all, I can't wait to get into that ice cream again. I'm just, that ice cream was so yummy. See at the spoon, I was like,
Yes.
Hey Morgan, I see you hopped in.
Hey.
you need to come by. Are you off of work yet? I was about to say, you need to pop by. You're only 10 minutes away.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
It's like 10, 12
We're
minutes.
making
Yeah.
taco ring, which is almost done. I added another minute because I'm trying to brown it really pretty and nice.
Well, and I mean, the recipe called for 20 to 25, with
And I started with
foil
20,
yeah.
so I knew that I would probably add some more, but I could have taken the tinfoil off maybe a little bit sooner and did the last 5 minutes because I think I did like 3 minutes. But we've already got our toppings here. I mean, what does everybody else like on their taco ring?
Yeah, send us a message with your favorite taco topping.
Because we've got salsa, onions, lettuce, sour cream, tomatoes, and more cheese. Because this taco ring, you make, you ground your ground beef or your turkey, whichever one you want to use, and you add a packet of taco seasoning and a little bit of water and cheese. So the cheese is already mixed in there, but if you're like my youngest, he likes more cheese on top. So that's his favorite, but almost done.
We were also talking, so a couple of weeks ago I brought my double burner grill over and we've been talking about what we're going to do, and I will say we have decided for 4th of July that we are going to have a burger, and of course we've got a couple of different recipes for burgers, so we're excited to be bringing that to y'all in one of our next, I don't know if it'll be the next video or 2 videos, we got to look at the calendar, but
yeah, I think
be on the lookout for that coming up. That is our timer. Are we good?
I think this is good.
Oh man, that looks so good.
This looks
You got it,
delicious.
or do you want me to get it?
I got it. Okay.
Yum.
So here is the taco ring.
Let's see if you can angle that.
There you go. Does that not look delicious? And you could have put more ground beef in there, or more cheese, or whatever.
Right.
But basically it took 20, I think it ended up being 24 minutes, and you pre-cook your meat, I think.
And yeah, the recipe called for 20 to 25, so I mean, not bad.
And so it's nice and toasted, and you just add a little egg wash to the top so that it gives it a nice little brown, and you're ready to go. And you could do this. Of course, the cheese will start melting really quick because this is hot. But you could put this right on your table and have your toppings set up like this. You can make a little buffet or put it right on the table, and you're good to go, and your family is ready. So we have got our our taco ring, and we've got ice cream for dessert. I think we're ready to eat.
Yep.
So
well, we're gonna call it a wrap.
We're gonna call it a wrap, yes.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us. If you like this, like it, share it,
subscribe on
YouTube, and also give us some ideas of things that you want to make. So we will use it. I've got lots of tools to use it with, and we will try it because we like to try new things.
Right.
Every week we want to try something different and new. Although we've made ice cream before, but we hadn't made it with the Pampered Chef ice cream maker. So that was exciting. It turned out absolutely perfect, super easy to make, and we are going to enjoy that after we devour the taco ring. So thank you for joining us with A Day with Pampered Chef and Cooking with Chris. And I hope everybody has a fabulous week. We'll be off next week because I will be busy.
And I actually am going to be doing some running around for work, so I'll also be busy. So catch us in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we're taking our mid-season.
We're taking a vacation. Yeah, we gotta have
Right.
a vacation. So, but I hope everybody has a great week, and we will see you all soon.
Very soon. Bye, y'all.
Thanks. Bye.